All right. Excuse me. All right. Are we live? Look like we're live. Look like everything is good. I want to make sure everything is straight. Let me check my audio as usual. Make sure the audio is good. We're going to talk a little bit about Father's Day. Oh, goodness. That is too loud. Let me see if I can change that. Oh, Lord. My audio is too loud, too loud, too loud. All right, let's put that right there. Let's see. All right. How about that? Testing one, two, three. Testing one, two, three. That's a little bit better. It's not. That's not too bad. That's good. Yeah, that's not too bad. All right, so we're gonna okay. The audio's over there is good. I'm gonna check on Twitch because I always like to check the audio because the audio be kind of out of whack sometimes. That's good. One thing I noticed about using StreamYard, that audio is a little bit off, and it's not the best. Yeah, it's a little bit off. It sounds a little bit muffled at times. So, could the browser lost connection to my camera? Okay, so let me go back and get my camera right. All right, let's see. Let's see. Where's the camera settings? All right, so far we're not rocking and rolling like we should. Let's see. Okay, yeah, jump to that. I didn't want to jump to that. Okay. All right, let's see. Where is my camera? Is this it? No. Let me see. Where did my camera go? I want to make because the camera just shut off. I want to make sure my camera is okay. Where did it go? Okay, it's over here. Yeah, I'm all over the place this morning. Let's see. Is it back? There it is. All right. It's not it's not showing. I'm gonna have to probably put my other camera up here. But nevertheless, we're gonna talk about Father's Day. We're gonna talk about PS6. We're actually gonna get into MindsEye, how bad that was. There it is. All right, so that's back. So I know I wanted to figure out why my there it is. All right, I see what's going on. Trying to see why my
Pairing.
did this cut off? Okay. All right, so that's good. I had to check about my mixer because my mixer went off, and I'm gonna look into my camera one more time, and then we're gonna get rocking and rolling. All right, let's see. Where is my camera? There's my Elgato. Okay. Let me see. One more thing, and then we go to settings. Here we go. Camera. Not that one. Okay, Lee. Is it back? Nope. Is it back now? There it is. There we go. All right, that's weird. I don't know. I think it's because I'm using this particular Logitech camera. It's not the best. It does look pretty solid, but for some reason it acts up. But it is what it is. But so I got that over here. Yep, it's out again. I'll tell you what, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Let's see. Move this over, put this here. I want to see if I could do this. Hold on. All right, let's see. All right, how about that? I'm pretty sure this camera will be. I have a second camera up here, so this should be fine. That other camera, I'm probably not going to use no more. Because that's crazy. What's going on, Jerry Green? Happy Father's Day, my brother. I had a little bit of technical difficulties starting off the chat. Starting off the live with my camera. Got this old Logitech camera I was going to use, but that camera's not working too well. So I'm gonna stop using that altogether. I thought it was gonna be a good idea, but it's not. I'm gonna use my other camera that I have because now I have my audio is I'm not audio, but my visual is actually working. But yeah, it's probably time to get another second camera because I have two cameras, and that one just told me that it doesn't want to work, which is fine, which is good. So I want to talk about Father's Day. I want to talk about PS6 hardware. I also want to talk about MindsEye and everything else in between. So hopefully everybody who's here, I appreciate y'all for dealing with the first, 5 minutes of technical difficulties. I mean, it just happens like that when you're live and you got all this technical stuff hooked up, cameras, lighting, your mixer, your monitors, all this stuff is just kind of weird sometimes. It acts up, but it is what it is. All this time going on, I didn't even check on Facebook and see if I'm live over there. It looks like I'm live over there. Okay, I'm good to go over there. All right, so I'll tell you what. Listen, I want you guys to, before I get started, I want you guys to follow me on TikTok. I am on TikTok now. The link is down in the description. If you're on, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, you'll see the link. The link is there as well. I will also say, let me see if I can copy this. I'm gonna put the link into the chat for people on Twitch. Oh, that is a big. Is this real? Let me click that. Okay, it said it couldn't find that account. Okay, so there's a problem with my TikTok. It's not finding my account. I wonder why is that? Is that a bad link or something? Yeah, it's probably a bad link. I'm gonna probably what I'll do it on my phone. And I'm gonna change it all the way out because that link looks bad. But I want you guys to follow me on TikTok and over there I talk about things that don't necessarily make it to the channel. And yeah, that is a very bad link. I wonder why that link popped up like that. So that's probably why a few people been telling me they couldn't get to me on. Oh, no, that's just on Facebook. Yeah, that's just on. That's just a bad link on Facebook. Yeah, I'm gonna probably get rid of that. Let me see. Let me go to my Twitter or X. Here we go. Can I get to it here? Yes, perfect. All right, awesome. Here we go. Paste that. All right. Yeah, so that's the TikTok. You can go there. I don't know. It should pull up. Yeah, you can pull it up there. It's on the chat. Yeah, there we go. We're good to go right there. So you can follow me over there on TikTok. Over there, I make videos that don't necessarily make it to the channel. And yeah, that's basically what I do over there. So got a pretty good following so far as people viewing the channel. It's actually pretty good. That's pretty awesome. Really enjoy it. So people are giving me some good feedback. So that's a good thing. At the end of the day, I'm gonna change that link into the description because that's kind of wild that it didn't do that. I'm gonna talk about that. Also, let's go ahead and get into it. I put it like this, being a father is not for everybody. I will say that. It's not easy, but it's very satisfying. All throughout this time, me and my son has been really bonding together, just, in general, because, we hang out together, we do all these things together. Yesterday, I took him to the trampoline park. We do all these things and you don't get to realize what's really going on because you're so busy working. You don't realize like what's actually going on behind the scenes with your sons or your daughters sometimes because you don't really pay that much attention. The only thing you're worried about is just trying to take care of them and make sure they're good. That's all we do. We try our best to make sure they're good, make sure everything is on point with them, nothing crazy is going on, and make sure they're safe. But when you watch them grow, you watch them, actually, be, a kid, you start to see things about them that you kind of see in yourself. And I'm just thankful to have the opportunity. I'm thankful to be in this position to teach my son some things that, that I wasn't taught, things that I had to learn on my own, things that I know that the things that he's learning is directly from me and not from just figuring things out. Now I want him to figure things out, but it just makes it a little bit easier because he always comes with questions. And as far as gaming go, we've been doing, a great playing games together. I mean, we've I've watched him play pretty much every top tier title on the Switch. He ended up beating most of those games. He's been playing Rayman Legends, Rayman Origins. He's been playing this new game with the newer game he's been playing now is with Rayman and the rabbits because he loves the rabbits. Playing that, and he's having a really good time, just learning about these games. And it's really satisfying to see. At the end of the day, it's really, really satisfying to see because I look at him as a kid that wants to learn, a kid that wants to overcome, a kid that wants to make things happen when it comes to figuring things out. And that's a really awesome thing. At the end of the day, you always want, your kid to you want them to learn things, you want them to be smart, you want them to be in a position to never be behind any situation that they can't get out of. And for him at 6 years old, I watch him do things that are actually, pretty shocking. These kids grow up pretty fast, and you see things in them that you didn't know that they had. I watch him, put things together around the house. You see him actually taking the lead and doing things, doing chores or whatever the case may be. And it makes me proud to know that I'm instilling those things in him. But as far as gaming goes, he's very, very into. He's very much into playing video games, and I noticed that he's done really good for himself trying to figure games out. Sometimes he get frustrated. I mean, who don't get frustrated with games, especially as a kid? But he figures it out, and that's how he was able to complete a few games. And I think he's up to like 3 games this year. He beat like 7 last year, and I think it's absolutely phenomenal. And on top of that, it goes without saying he's been doing great at school. School's out right now, so that's not a really big thing right now. But he's done great. He's like been one of the top 3 kids in class. He's getting ready to go to the 1st grade, and he has been doing a great job at getting things in order. As far as getting ready for school, because he's already ready to go back. I mean, he say he doesn't, but he's talking about he misses friends, he misses teachers, he misses reading and all this stuff. So we still read to him and all this other good stuff. So all around, being a father is not just being stern and hard headed, or being stern with them too while they're being hard headed. You really want to instill some things in them that for them to learn and be prosperous and be great and do everything they can to be an awesome child. And that's what's really going on here. And I'm so thankful to be in that position. Not too many people are able to be in a position to be a father, and some people, in my opinion, I think they're really missing out on trying to be one. I mean, it's never too late to go and talk to your kids, or find a way to be with your kids. Never walk away from that moment, no matter what the situation is with the mother of your child. Always try to find a way to, be there, no matter what. It's never a bad thing, or it's never a situation where you can't be in that position. It may be harder than others, but it's not. But that's just my little spiel on Father's Day. Hopefully, you guys will understand where I'm coming from. I know most people do. I mean, you guys are absolutely awesome. Let's jump over to the PS6. I want to put this up on the screen because this is, in my opinion, pretty interesting. I want to put this up on the screen. So this is pretty interesting what's going on over here with Sony. Sony is betting on hardware, not the power, not hardware power, not the cloud. And this should go without saying. I mean, this should be a thing that everybody should do. Don't get me wrong. I think the cloud is a convenient type of situation, but if you are playing games through the cloud, or if you're making games that are worked through the cloud, there's really no need for a console. I mean, you can run 4K games at high fidelity through a cloud on a phone. You know what I mean? I mean, you're not using the power of anything but whatever server that you're moving it from to that device. So Sony has confirmed that this next console won't be a cloud gaming machine, as it should not be. I don't know why that would be a thing. Sony PS5 will turn 5 years old in November, and with the eye on the future, the company recently revealed its thoughts on the next PlayStation during a business presentation hosted by several Sony executives. President and CEO Hideki Nishino responded to a query about the future of PlayStation hardware and if a next-gen PS6 console was even necessary when cloud gaming has improved over the years. According to Nishino, while cloud gaming is progressing well from a technical standpoint, certain challenging aspects like end-to-end network stability remain out of Sony control. In other words, the internet is the reason why we should not go with cloud gaming. Absolutely. Because, yeah, you may pull a bunch of bandwidth from one server to the next, but when you're trying to go from one server to somebody's ISP, that's when you could have a problem. That's where you can have an issue where we may not be able to get the fidelity or whatever the case may be. In other words, it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work that way. Nishino added that cloud-based gameplay is still a viable option for gamers and allows them to access more content, but local execution of games via physical media or downloaded directly to console hardware remains a high demand by the majority of PlayStation gamers. Hey, absolutely, not just PlayStation gamers, all gamers. This is exactly what we need. Even if you go digital, this is what we need. We need straight up physical media or content downloaded directly to the hardware. This right here. That's what we need always going forward. You don't need anything outside of that. You get the cloud gaming is cool, all this other stuff, but when you get local execution, when you get physical media, games on the disc, even if you do not physical media, you do digital, that content need to be downloaded to the console hardware, and bam, that's how you get that's the high demand. That's all we want. Even if you and on top of that, the downloaded content that we get, we want to be able to keep. If you give us those three things, we're fine. Physical media, downloaded content, and downloaded content that we can keep. Give us those three, we're good. That's all we need. What's going on, Simhead Academy? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate Jared Green for the happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to both of you guys. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate it. But this is what you need. Point blank. You don't need anything else outside of that. All right, what else is going on here? Cloud gaming is increasingly providing an additional option for players to access content. Is an option, absolutely. But our belief is majority of players continue to want to play and experience gaming through local execution without dependency on network conditions. Man, listen, why isn't this shouldn't even have, to be honest, this article shouldn't even be a thing. Because this is exactly what we want. There's no way around it. This is exactly what we want. And this is something that shouldn't even be a topic. This should be a thing no matter what. This is exactly what we need. PS5 and PS5 Pro have validated this thesis, I believe. Now, one thing I don't like about what Sony is doing is the detachable hard drive. I understand what they're trying to do with that. And instead of giving you two separate SKUs of consoles, they are basically giving you a detachable hard drive, which I don't agree with because I think that detachable hard drive has its own flaws. And that's something I just don't want to deal with at the moment. And I don't think we should deal with it regardless. I mean, one update could kill that hard drive. On the topic of next-gen PlayStation consoles, Nishino remained light-lipped. Our console business has evolved into a multifaceted platform, and we now have a large ecosystem of highly engaged players across PS5, PS4 generations. So naturally, there's a huge interest in our next console strategy. While we cannot share further details at this stage, the future of the platform is top of mind. We are committing to exploring new and enhanced ways for players to engage with our content and services. So basically, they're not saying much about it. They probably don't have much to say. They shouldn't say much about it. The next console probably won't be out in the next 3 years. What I would like to see, which I doubt will happen, I would like to see more games try to push the PS5, even in some cases the PS4 or the PS4 Pro and the PS5 Pro hardware limitations. Because truth be told, they have not even pushed the PS4 Pro limitations yet. You saw how the PS3 was pushed to its brink when you saw The Last of Us, you saw Uncharted, you saw Grand Theft Auto 5, you saw a few things, and hell, even some parts of MLB The Show. You saw when that hardware was pushed to its limits. The PS4, you saw how that was pushed to its limits when Battlefield 4, well, not even necessarily Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4 basically pushed the PS3 limits, but you saw the updates of the Battlefield 4, you saw the regular PS4 being pushed, but you still haven't seen the PS4 Pro pushed. You haven't even seen the PS5 pushed, and even the PS5 Pro. So I would like to see the next 3 years that you see that console being pushed. And I know a lot of people say, well, what's up, VF, that GTA 6 is going to push the hardware. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I know that, but you don't want to see just one game push that limit. You want to see where it gets to the point where I ain't gonna say every, but at least half of the games is coming out in 2027, or half of the games are coming out late 2026 and starting to push the PS5. You want to see those games like a year and a half out of the next console start to push the limits of that console. I mean, that's what happened with the Xbox 360. That's what happened with the PS3. You know, around 2009, 2010, you start to see it peak a little bit. But around 2012, late 2011, you start seeing games that was like, hey, this PS3 might blow up if I continue to push this thing. So that's what I would like to see. What we do know about the PS6 is that it won't likely be out for a while. Former executives said if the next PlayStation come out in 2028, that will feel right to him, given our console generations typically run around 7 years. Yeah, most of these console generations, they're basically 7 years, in some cases 5. But I think that, you know, that 7 or 6 to 7 year window is the sweet spot dropping of the console. So in 2024, it was reported that Intel made a big push to produce chips for the PS6, which is a terrible idea, and I'll talk about that in a second. But Sony decided to stick with AMD. While PlayStation gamers might be in for a long wait, Sony did introduce a mid-gen refresh, which I don't think that's a mid-gen refresh. The PS5 Pro is, yeah, whatever. But they did do that. But I will say this: Intel, they need to go back to the drawing board and making chips. Their chips has been a disaster since, I think it was let me look this up. Let me look this up. Okay, here it is right here. The 13th and some of the 14th generation of their CPUs were really bad. They had electrical operating voltages, some crashes, you had some instability. Even the CPU itself was actually degrading. So Intel has not been doing very good on their CPUs, and I think that's the reason why Sony wanted to go back, well, stick with AMD, which I think that's a good idea because you just don't know what's going on with Intel chips right now. So AMD is doing a pretty good job with their hardware. They need to stick with it because they've come a long way. Happy Father's Day, Sir Bishop. Appreciate it. Thank you guys. And hopefully you guys have a fantastic day. Everybody all the fathers out there, thank you so much. I think that's it for this. Yeah, that's it for this one. So let's get that out of the way. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, this is what you're dealing with. You're going to have a situation where the PS6 power of the cloud is just not a thing. Everybody thought that was going to be a thing with the Xbox One. You know, some Xbox fanboys made that a big deal. Power of the cloud. I know everybody remember that. That was a thing. But now we see that, you know, that was 2 generations ago. And Jesus Christ. That is about to be 2 generations ago. The Xbox One, right? Xbox One and Xbox. Yeah, it's almost a generation ago. 2 generations, but that was a generation ago, and we realized that wasn't it. Power of the cloud is not it, and they need to go ahead and keep it to where it is. Keep it on the hardware side of things. And speaking of Sony, I want to talk about this as well. Is it still up here? Did I get rid of it? I think I got rid of it. Did I? It's okay. I can pull it back up. Ain't no big thing. I can pull it right back up. I want to talk about this real quick before I get into MindsEye. I think I made a video about this. Also, like I said, man, follow me on TikTok, y'all. I mean, if y'all haven't already, TikTok is a place where I am now, where I talk about things that don't necessarily make it to the that don't make the channel, or whatever the case may be. I always do a little quick snippet, a quick video about whatever I want to talk about. He posts a lot. Jesus Christ. Did I? Yeah. Let me just go. Let me go here. Let me go. Yeah. Let me go here. I want to pull up this other art, not this article, but what Wario64 put up. I wanted to put this out here because I think this is a really big deal. Yeah, that's it right here. All right, click that. Okay, there we go. Okay, I don't want that to play. Don't need that to play. And this is it right here. Oh, let me see something though. Does this? Okay, yeah, it can't. Okay, so I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna change that link because that link is not working. That's fine. Yeah, that link's still not working. All right, so let's pull this up. Audio. No, I'm picking. Screen. There we go. So I don't know if this may not be a big deal to most people not on PC, but this is pretty much a big deal right here. Sony has appeared to be moving restrictions from their PC games. Now, the thing about this was a situation where you had to have a PlayStation account to play these games. You see right here, they removed all those things from Afghanistan, and pretty much all of these, right? I don't want to go through all of this, but they removed pretty much all of the restrictions. So now you can play, God of War Ragnarok, in Last of Us 2, PlayStation, and Helldivers in other countries. I talked about this in another video, but I thought that's good on Sony. They should have done this a while back. I don't know why that was a thing to begin with, but yeah, I talked about it. I made a video and I put that out on TikTok as well. So yeah, that's where we are with that. But I'm gonna change. Let me copy this. Let me get them close. I just wanted to talk about that. Let me change this real quick. We're gonna get into MindsEye. Let me see. Let me change that. Paste that. Oh, what? Does this like not work? All right, let's see. Okay, now it's working. The link must was broken or something. So it works. All right, cool. MindsEye. Let's talk about MindsEye. If you don't know anything about MindsEye was a game that was supposed to be a GTA clone or whatever the case may be. The same person who made a GTA. Basically, well, he was one of the brainchilds behind GTA. Actually, made the game called MindsEye, and MindsEye has all these issues, and it looks like Cyberpunk 2077. It's really unfortunate, but I'm not surprised. I'm just not surprised. I want to look at this as well, since we can. Somebody said MindsEye looks good. Oh, that's on 2 months ago. All right, let's. Oh, here we go. Shout out to Nick Tech. Nick Tech has made some videos about this, and I want y'all to see this. This is how bad this game is. Shout out to Nick Tech. I'm gonna put this up here. And I mean, this is the problem with the game. So this game came out as an absolute disaster. It's terrible in the state that it's in. And right now, well, we'll talk about that in a second. Let's see. 14 minutes of, I don't need 14 minutes. I think these 3 minutes is good enough. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. Let's do this. What? Where is he going? Well, what are you supposed to be shooting at, bro? Whoa, wait a minute. Hey, I never seen this before. Hold on, let me put this on full screen so y'all can see it all the way. Shout out to Night Tech. Yo, dude just shot in the air and he took damage. Let me go back and start this over. That was wild. Can I start over? All right. What kind of NPC is this? Yeah, the game is this bad. Yes.
What are you doing here?
Come with me.
Okay, that was a stutter. The game don't look bad though. I like the graphics on it. It looks pretty good. What? Okay.
Drive like you're playing a video game. Gunfire, I'm hearing?
Well, it ain't popcorn. You think
Yo, nah, that's not me. That's the game stuttering like that.
You're about to enter a residential neighborhood.
That's not me. The game is actually stuttering like that.
What do you know?
I just saw him once. He has the same chunk of metal on his neck, and he had a prosthetic arm. He was all tatted up.
Jack, what's going on?
38 frames per second? Wow. What? Yo, how did this game get released like this? Yo, the dude just died and found the car. Hey, he shot the dude in the car and he just fell out the car. Watch this. Yo, I swear I never seen this before. This is my first time seeing this.
Act 9 territory. Get there fast. We can't let whoever blew up the factory get to the target before us. You need to get the
Yo, my man just fell out and died. He didn't even hit him.
You need to get the location. Can't let whoever blew up the factory get to the target before us. You need to get the location of the second hacker from him.
So he just stands in the fire? Okay. 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 So people are, he's just out there shooting and nobody runs. And where's the police? Yo, what are you doing? Yo, the water physics don't even work. There's no motor in that car. think they. Yeah, Gears is on PlayStation. Yeah, that's about to come out. I think they can fix it. I think they can fix the game, but here's the problem. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna tell you the problem. Hold on, let me pull this up. I'm gonna let you know what the problem is. This is your problem right here. People are leaving the company before the game even came out. They knew it was a disaster, and they're leaving the company. So if two executives leave, I don't know. I don't know if this game's going. I believe it can get fixed, but when people are leaving the company before the game even has a chance, I don't think this game will get fixed. I think that's your problem right there. Should it get fixed? I think they could fix it, and I think it'll be a solid game. I think you could have a situation where it could be like Cyberpunk 2077, and Cyberpunk came up with all these problems, and it was able to get fixed. But CD Projekt Red was a company that stuck together, and they stayed together, and they wanted to fix it because it was one of their pet projects that they wanted to uphold their reputation because of Witcher 3 was so good. They wanted to make this right. When you got people bailing out and not necessarily, sticking around to fix a game, trust me, it's just not these two executives. I'm pretty sure other people has left as well. Because once executives leave, it's like a domino effect. Everybody else be like, "Hey, if they're not here, why am I here?" So I don't think this game may not get fixed. It may not. But I think they can fix it if they actually had the staff to do it. But I don't know if the staff is going to stick around. Yeah, this is exactly what happened. This is it. And it's not just necessarily the publisher, it was the shareholders as well. That's exactly what happened. It is basically the same blueprint that happened with Cyberpunk 2077. It's the same blueprint. The CEO, the shareholders wanted Cyberpunk to get out at the same time the PS5 and the Xbox One or the Xbox Series released, and they released it probably 6 months to a year too early. It's the same thing. So when Cyberpunk wanted to get that new console money, they put that out. The developers, not developers, but the shareholders, the publisher, and probably even the CEO, or probably these two executives, they probably put it together and say, "Hey, we want this game out now to meet some type of fiscal deadline," and this is what happened. And they knew it was going to happen, so these two executives ran off. So that's your problem right there. What's going on, Quayface? Happy Father's Day, brother. Happy Father's Day to you, man. Hopefully everything is good. I appreciate it, and I hope everything is going well on you guys' end. Hopefully you guys be able to relax, chill out, or go to one of your favorite restaurants. I'm going to one of my favorite restaurants. My wife is taking me there. I think she's absolutely amazing. Without her, clearly there's no. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If you're a father and you have somebody next to you, it's awesome. If not, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. But trust me, without my wife, none of this back here would be it would not be a thing. She supports all of this, and I cannot thank her enough. But yeah, hopefully you guys, your significant other, whatever, takes you out, take care of you, do whatever. You guys deserve it. We do a lot, and it goes unnoticed. But yeah, these executives that left are probably the same executives that wanted this game to come out early, Doc type. I'm almost 200% certain that's the case, because they wanted to come out early. They know that the ship was sinking. So what they did, they took the anchor with them and ran off. They took the anchor and let the whole thing shift. No! Oh no! It got you? Oh no, man! Oh man! Yeah, that sucks, bro. That sucks. Damn. Hopefully they patch it for your sake, man, because yeah, man, I want you to play a good game. What I was gonna do when I saw that, this what got me. This is what got me. I didn't buy the game, but when I noticed that they didn't put out any, you didn't get any, oh goodness, what is it called? Review copies. Nobody reviewed the game. And then when I saw certain streamers that was going to stream the game, some streamers got denied streaming the game, even though they had a deal with the CEOs and the executives of MindsEye to stream the game, to promote the game. When they got the red light, they got the red light to stop streaming the game before it was launched. I knew it was a red flag. Like I said, you had streamers that was going to stream this game to promote it, and at the last minute, they told them not to stream the game. That was a red flag. When they did that, I was like, all right, something's up, something ain't right. I'm going to wait. And that was the last straw for me. I was going to wait. And I did say I was going to wait till this game come out. I was going to wait like 6 months to a year till it to come out, pay probably about $20, $30 for it, and by then all the patches will be in the game. But now, when you look at this, I mean, I don't know if this game is going to be fixed, man. Yeah, that's always a red flag, man. When they don't put reviews out, that's when I stopped. I was like, yeah, I'm going to wait. Because this was a game that I was just going to buy under the radar. I wasn't going to tell anybody. I didn't think the game was that big of a deal, but I was going to buy it and say, okay, the guy from Grand Theft Auto, put this game together. I mean, what you would think that, that was going to be a home run, right? The guy from Grand Theft Auto. But nah, this is like Saints Row meets Cyberpunk. Like, that's basically what it is. Like Saints Row meets Cyberpunk. And it was pretty bad. So, but let me see if there's anything. Let me see if I can go back. Where is it? Not this. Mug Thief says it's the worst game that he's played. Okay, we're going to do this. I'm going to do this. Okay, this is 10 minutes. Shout out to Yeah Map. This is 10 minutes of my bugs and glitches and fails. Part 1. Wait. Part 1. But you know what, though? I'm going to go back to Doc Type real quick. You know what? Another game that was like this? This ain't the actual game. But you know another game that was like this? The Definitive Edition. If y'all think about it, the Definitive Edition of Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, it went through the same thing. So now you got this, you got Cyberpunk, you had, now you got MindsEye. This is the same thing. It's the same issue. The game came out early. The people at Rockstar wanted that game to come out for the holiday because the Definitive Edition came out, November? It wanted to come out for the holiday season, and it was not finished. It was not put together by people that know what they do. Grove Street Games did not know what they're doing. They should have did the game in-house. Honestly, you know what they should have did with this? What they should have did for the 20th anniversary, they should have just put this game out. They should have put Grand Theft Auto 3 out for the 20th anniversary. It was 2021. They should have just put that game out, work on that game if it needed any fixes, and they could have made money, y'all. They could have made a lot of bank if they would have just put Grand Theft Auto 3 out first, come back a year later, put out Vice City, come out a year later, put out GTA San Andreas. They could have put them out in a yearly basis as a definitive edition, and they would have made a lot of money if they would have did it that way. No, you put out 3 games at one time, which these games aren't necessarily technical feats, but these games really have, to be honest, these games have no business being on any other console outside of the PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox. That's the only thing. These games weren't built for those type of games. Dog Tight said he was looking forward to this and all the talk how bad it was coming out. Yep. Take-Two Interactive investors wanted that money quick. Same thing with these people who did with MindsEye. Build a Rocket Boy. They wanted this money quick. Funny how in the earnings report, they reported the profit only. Right. Exactly. That's all they do. Because you know where the profits come from. The profits come from those shark cards and what was it, Rockstar? So yeah, the shark cards and everything that they buy, that's actually, it has nothing to do with the quality of the game. It's the Quayface says, I feel like they're effing up these games on purpose so developers could put out more soul-like games. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree. And not only just soul-like games, they're probably like wanting to do this so they can get people money without putting in all of the effort. And then they'll come back and say, hey, we fixed it. And then they get more money on it on the back end because they actually fixed the game. So the people who bought the broken game, they get money from them. And people who buy the fixed game, they make money off them too. It's all a scam, to be honest. It's really a scam. This is why I don't buy mini games day one anymore. My sweet spot to buy games is the $30 to $40 range. Every now and then I'll buy a $60 game, but if a game comes out at $70, I'll wait till it comes down to $40. If a game comes out at $60, I'll wait till it comes down to $30. I just don't buy games new anymore. And it's not just because of this, but it's just economic reasons. I just don't do it. Unless if it's a can't miss game. Like for instance, I could not, as much as I don't play the game anymore, I did not want to miss out on college football 25. So I bought that full price. Do I feel like I got my money's worth? That's debatable. But some games I just don't buy full price unless if the full price is like between $30 and $50. Capcom Fighting Collection. I mean, those are old games. How could they mess that up, right? But that was $39.99. Perfect price point. Expedition 33. Perfect price point. People could say what they want about South of Midnight. If that game came out at like at $40, $50, perfect price point. I beat that game. That game was, in my opinion, it's worth the $40 or $50. But what happened with these games is exactly what happened here. And to be honest with you guys, if you want to play these games, get these versions. If you want to play Grand Theft Auto the trilogy, get these versions. Do not get the definitive edition. Fire up a PlayStation 2, fire up an original Xbox, play these games. These versions are much better. It's not even close. So let's look at this. Y'all ready? So the last one was 3 minutes. This one is 10 minutes. And this is part 1. So I wonder if he has a part 2 out already. Let's start from the beginning. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Please be prepared to see crazy glitches that could mess up your mind when you're watching this stuff. They always say like epilepsy warning, seizure warning. I did not expect to see that. So I'm sorry if anybody, it bothers the mind. But I want to see that again. You've been warned at this point. I do apologize for the beginning, but here we go. Yo, my man just fell out the bottom of the car. Okay.
Skip it up and that up.
Yo!
Living in a trailer park.
What the? Yo, yo, I can't lie. That shit was funny.
Skip it up and that up. Living in a trailer park makes you free.
Thanks to the care system, every phone and device cop.
Yo. Oh, he just hopped in the car, huh? Okay. Well, where's the police in this game? There's no police. Yeah.
Hello, Charlie. Back from you.
Yo, I gotta go back and see that. Well, damn. Sorry for the laggy footage. So apparently my RX 2080 i7 32 gigs of RAM isn't enough for this BS game. Yo, you should be able to run this game just fine with that. Oh, that is bad.
I suggest you take me seriously when I say I need you at the factory. Now.
Walk beside me. We're having a
Yo, that's straight. Hey, yo, look at this. That is straight up PS2 original Xbox graphics on a PS5. I'll be generous and say PS3. That's horrible.
conversation here.
Yo, nobody gets out the cars and run? Yo, how did he get in the car like that? Ain't no way. How did this game get released like this? You know, this should be illegal. Yo, this should be illegal. All seriousness, this should be illegal. I don't know what, you know, the terms of service or whatever that thing that you call the EULA, the user license agreement. You know, you click that thing, say like, we reserve the right to, you know, give you this game in this, you know, whatever, or you can't, you know, those agreements. Stuff like this should make those agreements null and void, because this is horrible. As funny as this is terrible. This should be illegal. These people should be, I ain't gonna say they should be going to jail, but they should be fined. Like, they should need, they should be fined and possibly taken to jail for false advertising. This is bad. I mean, it gets to a point where it's like, all right, now come on. We know damn well gamers didn't sign up for this. What? I got a Jack in the Box car.
You take a breather and relax.
Okay. Where'd that car come from?
It was too dangerous. Drive like you're playing a video game.
Really? Yo! Yo, didn't he die already?
Yeet. Yeet.
Hey, they all have the same dying animation. Why is she shooting? Where the people just showed up? Yo! Okay, he just disappeared. Yo, this is horrible.
Come on, man. Held out all day. Shoot 'em.
What the hell do those guys want?
What are we doing?
Real creepy.
I think I see the trailer.
Get Little John and get back to the factory.
Skip it up and down.
Oh, he can't get past the cord? You can't walk past the holes. Well, it is a robot, so okay.
You don't have time for this. I especially don't have time for this.
So that's how they got the City Cop Bot program. So that's how they got the
Hey. This is like the most profound part of the video. Like, we really don't have time for this.
You don't have time for this. I especially don't have time for this.
That's how they got the City Cop Bot program.
PS3 graphics right here. This is PlayStation 3 graphics. Okay. Ma'am, you got a car on top of your car. This is absolutely horrible, man. This is a complete. How did this game get released like this? Yo, he just hopped out the top of the car. Man, Quay Face, well, I feel so bad, man, that you bought this, man. Uh-oh.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, he doesn't know that you're there. He's just gonna clean up the dirt and the trash is not there. He just walks away. What are we doing? Yo, this game is broken so bad. Jesus Christ. Oh, he's dead.
There I was. Skinny little 14-year-old. 3 seniors about to wipe the ground with me. Then bang! Who did it?
Putang ina! Si Optimum Pride! Puking inang yan, Optimum Pride!
Okay, that made sense. Oh, well, that didn't. Well, that sign just standing there.
They need to be deactivated immediately. Use the gun you were just issued.
Not a problem.
Let me know when it's done.
What? What the hell is going on? How much more we got of this? Another minute? Okay.
Give me a list of all exits 5 miles.
Yo, I kind of like that sandstorm, though. That sandstorm actually looked good.
Copy that, Rigby.
Report in when you have it.
Okay. Well, these last couple of clips, the game actually looked a little functional. Well, I spoke too soon. How did the car get up there?
Nailed it.
Oh! A car on fire and people just still walking by like it ain't nothing. Oh. Hit reverse. Quayface said I didn't play the game like this, so I didn't see any of this. Okay. I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. Shout out to EA Map. Shout out to that video. That was pretty good. Shout out to the creator. That was pretty dope. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of crazy at the end of the day, man. I don't know what to think, how they put this game out here like this in this condition or whatever the case may be. Hopefully they can get it fixed. Hopefully. But like I said, the CEOs, a couple executives already left. So I don't know what's going to happen there. But it needs to get fixed at some point. So I don't know. Anyway, follow me on TikTok if you don't mind. I'm gonna put this up here. The link is in the chat. I think the link is down in the description of the video on YouTube. But I'll put it back in the chat so you guys can see it. Follow me on TikTok. That's me over there. I've got 6 followers, starting off kind of slow, but hey, gotta start somewhere, right? Over there, I make videos that don't necessarily make it to the channel. And I pretty much try my best to put stuff out there. Hopefully people will like it. For the most part, it seemed like, people are liking it. Some people who've been giving me feedback, it's been pretty awesome. And I'm really thankful for that. People have been checking me out over there on TikTok, and it's been pretty solid. So hopefully you guys can check me out over there. I really would appreciate it. Anything else out there? I don't have much else to add. But yeah, just check me out over there. And usually try to go live for an hour or whatever the case may be. And yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on in the world of gaming. I do plan on try to finish up this right here. I've been playing let me see. There we go. I've been playing SOCOM 4 on live stream. I was not able to go live last night. I basically crashed out and fell asleep. I took my son out all day yesterday, and by the time I got home, I went to sleep. And I was done. So probably later on today, I'm gonna get back on SOCOM 4. Hopefully you guys can come through. I think I may be able to finish this game in the next setting. It's not that long. I think I'm already like halfway through. I think it's like 10 chapters or 12 chapters. I'm at chapter 5 already. So I may finish it then, and we'll be on to the next live stream. But yeah, I was supposed to go live last night, fell asleep. So I wanted to make it my business to be live this morning. And actually do one of these. And I think this game is actually pretty solid. It's not necessarily a SOCOM game, but it's actually fun to play. But I'll definitely be back on that. I'm going to change let me see if I can do this right now. I need to change. I need to just edit this. Matter of fact, let me go to YouTube. I gotta make sure that this is working because that link that I had before, I think it was a broken link. And I don't want to give out broken links, you know? Let's see. Let's see. Where is it? Yeah, that link is broken. So I'm gonna have to change that link. All right, let's see. Every time I do a video, so I'm gonna have to check this link before I put it in. Save that. All right, let me go back over here and see. All right, perfect. Yeah, so check me out over there on TikTok, man. I'll do videos over there that don't necessarily make it to the channel. Also, all my other links are there. I may even start putting out all my links as well. Let me see. I have all my links. It's kind of like a link tree that has everything. Let me see. Come on, Kenny. Okay, yeah, there it is right there. This is my, copy this. This is another thing. This is all my links. I'm gonna start putting this into the description as well. That has everything. That has the VF Cast, the TikTok, the VF Sports channel, my Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, I don't really be on Instagram. My Facebook gaming channel, my Rumble channel. It has all the Cash App, the PayPal, the Anchor, SoundCloud. It has all my links are over there. So let me see. Is this okay? Perfect. Yeah, all my links have everything. So I'll put all my links down there so you can check that out. You can follow me on all that good stuff. I'm going to get up out of here. I will be back later. I'm going to be back later. I got to come back later. I'm going to play SOCOM 4. I'm going to get on that. Hopefully you guys will check me out then. Thank you guys. Happy Father's Day. Hopefully you guys enjoy your day. Have a good day. Enjoy your time. And as a father, you guys are appreciated if you have kids. Even if you don't have kids, if you're an uncle, you know, you're a big cousin, you know, any of that, grandfather, you know, all that other good stuff, it's all the same. And our kids need us, regardless of what role we play in. But I'll see y'all on the next one. Hopefully you guys come through on the stream later on the day. Y'all be easy. Y'all be blessed. I'm out. Y'all. Peace.